History is full of powerful women who broke barriers, changed laws, and shaped the world we live in today. But many of them remain in the shadows of history books. Today, we're shining a light on Black and Indigenous women whose impact was undeniable, yet too often overlooked. If you believe in amplifying these voices, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with the name of a woman you think should be segregated. Now, we're going to we break that into segments. Sorry about that. That is my Bible. So I need to read my Bible. So I'm going to be doing that. So, yeah. If you wonder what was that, yeah, so let me to read my Bible. So after this. So, as I was saying, we are breaking this in segments. So segment 1 we're going to cover is Black women who made history but were overlooked. Now, here are all the names. Claudette Colvin, the teen who refused to give up her seat before Rosa Parks. Henrietta Lacks, the woman whose cells changed medical history. Shirley Chisholm, the first Black woman to run for U.S. president. Magdalena Walker, the first Black woman to own a bank. Fannie Lou Hamer, a fearless voting activist. Katherine Johnson, the NASA mathematician who helped put men on the moon. Marsha P. Johnson, LGBTQ plus activist and key figure in the Stonewall riots. Althea Gibson, the first Black woman to break racial barriers in professional tennis. Dorothy Height, the hidden force behind the civil rights movement. And none other than Bessie Coleman, the first Black woman to earn a pilot's license. So, which of these incredible women's stories surprised you the most? Drop their names in the comments below. So segment 2, I'll be sharing with you Indigenous women who shaped America. And they are Wilma Mankiller, the first female chief of Cherokee Nation. Nanyehi, that's meaning Nancy Ward. Cherokee warrior, she's a Cherokee warrior who turned peace negotiator. Lozen, Apache warrior who fought against colonization. Maria Tallchief, she is the America's first native prima ballerina. Eloise Cobell, she won a historic lawsuit for native financial justice. The next person is Buffalo Calf Road woman. She is credited with knocking General Custer off his course. Susan La Fleche Picote, she is the first Native American doctor. Deb Alland, sorry about that. She is the first Indigenous U.S. Cabinet Secretary. The next woman is Zitkala Sa. She sounds like she's Chinese, but she is a writer, activist, and native rights advocate. And last but not least, Sarah Winnemucca. She is an educator and the first Native woman to publish a book in English. These Indigenous women fought for their people and reshaped history. Yet many of us have never heard of their names. You wonder why? Which one inspired you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Now, in closing, I'm going to tell you why these stories matter. So when we celebrate these women, we rewrite history to include those who have been erased. So let's keep this conversation going. Share this episode and let's spread the word. And make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more powerful stories. And if you want a part 2, let me know in the comments. Let me know. So the next topic is Latina women who change the world, as you can tell by the topic. So Latina women have made a profound impact on history, breaking barriers in politics, science, activism, entertainment, and more. I will be sharing you some of the most influential Latina women who have changed the world. Sorry about that. Whew, that just came out of nowhere. The first person is Sor Juana Inez de la Cruz. She was born in 1648 and she passed away in 1695. She is the trailblazing feminist writer. What if I told you that one of the earliest feminists in the world was a nun who defied an entire society to demand women's right to education? Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz was a self-taught scholar, poet, and nun from Mexico who championed women's rights in the 17th century. She defied the norms of her time by advocating for women's access to knowledge, writing about gender inequality, and resisting the pressure to abandon her intellectual pursuits. Today, when women's education is still under threat in parts of the world, let's remember Sor Juana's courage. Support organizations that fight for girls' education globally. The second Latina woman who changed the world is Celia Cruz. She was born in 1925 and she passed away in 2003. She is the queen of salsa. They told her a black Latina woman could never be a global music icon. But Celia Cruz didn't just prove them wrong. She made history. Celia Cruz, the Cuban-born queen of salsa, broke racial and gender barriers in the music industry. With her powerful voice, infectious energy, and her signature phrase, azúcar, meaning sugar, she became a cultural icon and a symbol of resilience for Afro-Latinas worldwide. Celia Cruz's legacy reminds us to embrace our roots and celebrate diversity, support Afro-Latina artists, and keep the culture alive. The third Latina woman that changed the world is Dolores Huerta. She was born in 1930 and she is still living at this moment. She is the labor rights warrior. If you ever heard the phrase "si se puede," meaning yes we can, you owe it to Dolores Huerta. I heard that term before, to be honest with you, but I couldn't pinpoint who said it. Now I know who said it. As I did my research, I found this out. So yeah, si se puede. As a labor leader and civil rights activist, Dolores Huerta co-founded the United Farm Workers, the UFW, with Cesar Chavez. She fought for better wages and working conditions for farm workers, inspiring generations of activists. Dolores Huerta's fight isn't over. Support fair labor laws, advocate for workers' rights, and never stay silent in the face of justice. The fourth woman who changed the world, the fourth Latina woman. Her name is Ellen Oka. She was born in 1958 and she is still living at this moment. She is the first Latina in space. Imagine being the first Latina astronaut to leave Earth's atmosphere. That's exactly what Ellen Oka did in 1993. Ellen Oka made history as the first Latina to go to space aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery. She later became the first Hispanic director of NASA Johnson Space Center, paving the way for the women in STEM. STEM needs more diverse voices. Encourage young Latina girls to explore careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The fifth Latina woman who changed the world is Rigoberta Menchú. She was born in 1959 and she is still living as we speak. She is the Nobel Peace Prize activist. She survived genocide, fought for indigenous rights, and became a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Meet Rigoberta Menchú. Rigoberta Menchú, a Quiche Maya woman from Guatemala, brought global awareness to the oppression of indigenous peoples in Latin America. Her activism earned her the Nobel Peace Prize in 1992. Stand with indigenous communities, guys. Support indigenous rights movements and amplify their voices. Keep the legacy alive. Latina women have rewritten history, fought for justice, and shadowed stereotypes. Their stories remind us that no dream is too big, no voice is too small, and no fight too impossible. So, what's our move? What's your move? Will you champion education like Sor, break barriers like Celia Cruz, fight for justice like Dolores Huerta? History is still being written. Make sure your name is a part of it. Make sure. Y'all, don't miss out. Head to powerfulmovementspodcast.com/store and grab your Powerful Movement Podcast merch today. Be bold, be inspired, be part of the movement.